So in this video we're gonna discuss who can file ITR 1, who cannot file ITR 1, step by step guide to file ITR 1. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So the first question, who can file ITR 1? So ITR 1 can be filed by a resident individual whose income does not exceed 50 lakh during the same financial year. The income can be from salary, house property, family pension, agricultural income up to 5,000 and other sources. So now the second question, who cannot file ITR 1? So ITR 1 cannot be filed by a non-resident individual whose total income exceeds 50 lakhs and whose agricultural income exceeds 5,000. Also, if he has income from lottery, racehorse or gambling, he cannot file ITR 1. Another one is also, if he has invested in listed or unlisted equity share, he cannot file ITR 1. So these are the things to keep in mind while filing ITR 1. So one more thing which I forgot to mention is, if you are a salaried individual who is getting ESOP from his employer, you cannot file ITR 1. So what is basically a ESOP? So ESOP is employee stock ownership. Say for example, if you are working in a company, your employer, if he likes it work, he can give you stock options. So that is called. So before filing ITR, we need to keep three things in mind: Form 26AS, AIS and TIS. So let's discuss these three things in great details. So what is Form 26AS? Form 26AS is a consolidated tax statement that includes TGS, TDS, self-assessment tax, advance tax paid by the taxpayer. It also includes your income tax refund and high transaction value that has been incurred in your PAN number. So now let's talk about AIS. So AIS is the detailed view of your 26AS form. So it is a detailed view of the 26AS form that I just mentioned to you. So now let's discuss about TIS. So TIS is a particular form that includes all the information available by the income tax department for a particular taxpayer. So now let's move forward to the main aspect of this video, for which you have been waiting for, the step-by-step process to file ITR 1. So let's get started with the video.
Before filing ITR 1, we will first download three things: Form 26AS, AIS and TIS. To download Form 26AS, go to e-file, then view Form 26AS, then click Confirm. After that, Traces page will open. Click on the checkbox and proceed. Then click on View Form 26AS. Then select Assessment Year 2024-2025 and view as HTML. Then view/download and then export as PDF. To download TIS and AIS, there is one option in the dashboard named AIS. Click on it, then proceed. A new page will open, then again click on AIS option, then two options will come: AIS and TIS. Download both by clicking on the download button. So now let's proceed with our ITR 1 return filing. Come to the dashboard of Income Tax Portal, then click on File Now, then select Assessment Year 2024-2025, then click Online, then Continue. Then click Start New Filing, then select the status. In our case we will select Individual, then Continue, and then select the preferred ITR form. In our case we will select ITR 1 and then proceed with ITR 1. Then let's get started, then select Others. You can also select other two options as well according to your return filing type, but if you are confused which to select, directly click on Others and then Continue. So the ITR 1 form filing page will open up. Now as you can see, a disclaimer has been popped up. It's saying that, as per the information available in your Form 26AS, AIS and TIS, some of the columns has been automatically pre-filled, but if you want to change you can customize it very easily. So in the return summary you can see 5 tabs available. You need fill these things to file your return. First is personal information, second is gross total income, third is total deductions, fourth is tax paid, fifth is total tax liability. So first start with personal information, click on it, come top nature of employment. If you are government employee you can select central government, state government or PSU, but if you are a private employee you need to select others. So now it's asking for do you want to opt for new tax regime or not. In the new tax regime total income up to 7 lakhs is exempt, beyond that it will be taxed, whereas in the old tax regime it's up to 5 lakhs but you get the deductions as well, whereas in new tax regime not deductions are available. So in our case we will select yes, as we want to use new tax regime. We will not go with old tax regime, but if you have deductions go for old tax regime to avail deductions. The process will be same as shown in this video, only in this video you won't get the deductions part, otherwise the process is same. If you want a video on old tax regime just mention in the comment, we will soon make it if we get the response from your end. So after that validate your bank account details and then click confirm, so your personal information has been completed. Now let's move on to gross total income. In the salary column put your salary amount. If you're eligible for exemption please claim, then standard deduction of 50,000 will be automatically get deducted, just click save. Then if you have income from house property please enter it. If you have a let out property please specify the gross rent received, and if you taken a home loan from bank and paying interest just put that amount on interest payable on borrowed capital. So your rent amount minus that interest amount, the balance amount will be shown. Then fill income from other sources where you need to fill dividend income, interest from savings bank account, interest from deposit, interest from income tax refund, etc. Then fill exempt income if you have one. If you are an employee you will get in your form 16. Now you have filled deductions 80C for LIC premium, provident fund etc., 80 TTA for interest from savings accounts and 80 TTB for interest on deposits. After filling all your deductions click confirm. Then the total paid will appear, in which the tax paid by you during the financial year 2023 to 2024 will be shown, just click OK. Then total tax liability, if you need to pay tax it will show in total tax liability, but if it's showing 0 it means you don't need to pay tax. Then proceed and verify with DSC or Aadhaar OTP. Your ITR filing will be completed.
So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. Also feel free to comment if you have any doubts. So see you in the next video. Till then, stay tuned.